What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're talking about adversity, and specifically how you handle adversity will determine your growth trajectory in your striping business. First, I want to say how you handle discouragement and doubt will affect your growth trajectory. First comes discouragement. Then after discouragement comes doubt. And how you essentially handle these emotions will determine your outcome. See, a lot of times it's not about how you respond when everything is going great. When everything falls into place, it's really, really easy and there's no difficulties at all. That is not what shapes you in your character. A lot of times, how you handle discouragement and in doubt and respond in adversity determines your growth and the effectiveness thereof, right? It's about the trials. You learn more when you're in the valley and not when you're on the mountain. So just having a good grasp and an understanding of how to handle discouragement makes all the difference. Remember this: discouragement starts, then develops into doubt, then doubt begins to cause fear. The Bible says in the book of James that a double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. So, we don't want to be unstable, and we don't want to be double-minded. We want to be committed, because if you have doubt, doubt will cause fear. In the book of 1 Timothy, the Bible says, "For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." That means that for the believer, he has these resources readily available to him, given by the Lord. So it's how you respond in the time of the valley determines your growth, and not in a time of the mountain. That's when you learn. So how you handle discouragement and doubt will affect your growth trajectory. But not only that, but how you handle equipment malfunctions will affect your growth trajectory. A lot of times you're going to run your machine and you're not going to be able to get your machine to filter. It's not going to filter, the pressure is not going to build up, and you might even have a relatively brand new machine. It could be your third job and the gun's not pressurizing, and you don't know what to do. Maybe you've asked 4, 5, 6 people their advice of what to do in the event of an equipment malfunction, and all of their answers might not necessarily have given you a solution to the problem. You've got to ask yourself the question: am I going to quit when I have an equipment malfunction? Is it going to be too difficult for me to continue on when I face a problem? How you handle equipment malfunctions will determine your growth. Because if your machine lacks to build pressure, then let's say you need a new pump, or your equipment might be a lemon. How are you going to respond to that? Are you going to quit because you are having an equipment malfunction, or are you going to push through the adversity, take care of the problem, that way you can get back to offering your customers solutions, right? We want to offer our customers solutions, and how you handle equipment malfunctions will determine that. But lastly, I want to say how you respond to potential customers expressing disinterest in your service will determine your growth trajectory. Understand this, that when you're first starting out and you're building your reputation, not everybody's going to say yes to you. A lot of people are going to say no. But also remember this: no's do not necessarily indicate the customer's lack of interest in their property looking great. It could be your ability to sell. That's what I tell people who struggle to get customers. Their automatic response is, well, the customer must not care about the way that their property looks. right? That's not always the case. How you sell your products and services will determine whether or not you close the customer and acquire them to provide them the service, right? And how you respond to customers saying no is going to determine your growth. You might get 10 people that say no before you get somebody that says yes. And I would encourage you, as you're submitting your estimates, keep track of how many people say yes. For example, if you have submitted 20, make sure you're keeping track of how many customers are saying yes. And implement different strategies, right? Don't do the same thing. If you're not yielding results, do not continue to do the same thing, because you're going to get the same results. And how you handle potential customers expressing disinterest in your service, if we handle that in a negative way and get discouraged, we might say, well, I'm not having good luck. Maybe I made the wrong decision. Everybody is not going to be as interested in the service-based industry that you are. That's the reason why you started a business in the first place, because you were more interested in it than other people. If everybody was interested in it, everybody would be doing it. But there's a reason why you started, and do not forget why you started in the first place. Remember those things. Anyways, with that being said, how you handle adversity will determine your growth trajectory in your striping business. I'm going to ask you a question before we go. How are you handling adversity? If you're dealing with a problem or an issue that you're running into, maybe you're by yourself, you're all alone, you don't know where to go. Leave a comment down in the comment section. Tell us what you might be going through at this very moment, and maybe what you have to say will help and encourage someone else along the way in the future. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. All right.